illiterate right now. Oh no.
Yo, let's talk about that. I feel like people can relate to that. Like the feeling of being like nonverbal whenever you're
Right?
like super, super fucking high.
Yeah, that's me right now. Really bad timing.
Really bad
Doing a
timing.
podcast all the time. Really.
So yeah, how do you feel when you go nonverbal? Do you just like not want to talk, or do you feel like you can't?
No, I feel like I can't.
Really?
Yeah, because sometimes I don't get high easily, but then, like, right now I haven't smoked flower in a while, like bud. Like, I haven't smoked bud in a while. Probably, like, 4 or 5 days. So, I feel
Right, like since the last time you hung out with me?
Yeah. So, I just feel super high right now. And sometimes talking just goes away.
It just goes away.
And I'm a talker. If you know me, like, I'm a talker.
I feel like some
Usually
things
always.
just are like that, you know what I mean?
It makes my brain kind of like settle down. I'm just like, trees look really pretty. I know you guys can't see. Well, maybe not, but.
Do you have like a concrete vision on what you'd like to be as far as a creator? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you want to create music whenever it's like the 100%, right? And you're like at your dream's goal, your dream's end, or you know, the thing you're pursuing. Is it like, do you want to just post your life on TikTok and make money, or do you want to, not looking down on that, I wish I could, really fucking cool to the people who can do that, you know what I mean? But it's like,
I don't know, I feel like a part of my, not problem, but a part of my like indecision is because I want to do so many things. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like when I see YouTubers, like, and they do so many different things, it makes me want to do all this different stuff. And then it makes me never take action on one of them. You know what I mean? So I just end up posting random stuff about my life.
that's so real.
Because, I don't know. But I do love singing. Like, I don't know.
You like singing?
Yeah, I do love singing. Like, but I don't know.
Do you mean you don't know, like, you don't know if you could make it, or you don't know if it's like your passion, or you don't know?
Like, I guess what I'm saying is I don't have like a set concrete goal. Like, I want to be like a famous singer all around the world or anything like that. But if that's where it takes me, like, I'm down. Like, if that's where it takes me, like, I'm down. You know
Do you
what
think
I mean?
at the end of the day you just want to like fulfill your creativity like that?
Yeah, kind of like that per se. Like, I don't know, when I give myself more time to do things I love, I kind of just get lost into it, and it's like almost meditative for me whenever I was like stressed out with doing insurance and all that kind of stuff. And when I would go and sing and just like, I don't know, be with myself and like do random stuff, it just like, I don't know. So I just want to keep doing that and like post stuff. But I feel like what I get caught up in too is I want to like make money on social media, obviously, and do like TikTok shop affiliate and stuff like that. But I also don't want to like post and for the sole purpose of like people buying my stuff. You know what I mean? Because that's where I get like caught up in like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be like that.
Have you found yourself doing that before, or
like,
no?
Not really, because everything that I've like posted is stuff that I actually like and would buy and actually bought off TikTok shop. Yeah, like everything that I have posted on that account is stuff that I've already bought in, right, off TikTok shop that I got. And then when I'm looking into the videos that talk about doing it, they're like, buy these products and sell these products because they're trending. So that's where I get like, you know what I mean? I kind of want to just like, in between, I do want to make money doing it, but I also just want to like be myself and post stuff that I think is good. Like, I think the route that I'm taking is like, I want to do all the testing stuff. Like, I want to do like skincare journey, like hair journey, and like stuff like that. And you have like a YouTube channel that's, you know, dedicated to just like stuff like that.
Right.
And then I want to have like a music account where I kind of just like do music, and eventually I want to like do my own thing as well, like not just do covers, but like get into like other stuff. Like, I don't even know, you know what I mean? I never really gave myself the like open-mindedness to be like, oh, what if I could do music even if you don't know anything about it, because I really don't. I just like singing, that's all I got. But I also know that like, I don't know, it just feels right. So when I'm doing stuff like that, it just feels right. So I just want to like follow that feeling and see where it leads me. But yeah, if that makes sense.
I feel like I've seen you come into the realization that like whatever is out there could be yours. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I feel like before I just see you. I don't know if it started in the new year or like just recently, but I can't like put a timestamp on it. But yeah, you've just been like doing a lot more creative stuff, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not feeling guilty about it.
Yeah.
I feel like before when I was like really stressed about school and like insurance, since I was given such a good opportunity, I kept feeling guilty for like posting like castor oil, trying to do castor oil. Like I just felt guilty doing stuff like that because I don't know, just stuff that's going on in the world in general. Like just, I don't know. I just feel like in 2023, like that year, I was at a high and then I went to like a low, and I just was just like in my head a lot and didn't get a lot of like good stuff done. But then I don't know, I realized that like it's all okay. Like you just, I don't know, like I'm not good at explaining myself right now, but yeah. Oh, sorry, not to cut you off. But another thing is too, I get caught up on is like, I could see myself doing so many different things. Like I could totally spend the rest of my life being like a scuba diver and like going in all the oceans and exploring the ocean and videotaping that and like exploring the world, traveling and learning about all kinds of different cultures and like history of different places, and just like recording all of that in like one big documentary, almost like perspective of that, like that. And then I could also see myself like pursuing music and like making my own albums and, you know, making songs. When we start freestyling in the car, I'm like, yo, this is so fun. I could see myself branching off in that direction and all these different directions. So but yeah, that's why I don't stress too much about like having a clear vision or goal. But that might be bad. Like I don't know if that's bad or not, but like, yeah, that's how I'm kind of like feeling about everything.
I don't think you have to pass any judgment on it. You know what I mean? I think it's okay to be different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because me and you go about it like super differently. Mm-hmm. Like I'm someone who like not like necessarily stresses out every day, but I guess I kind of zone in on that idea of like the person of who I want to be, you know what I mean, and like how that person acts and how that person carries themselves, and like even like how they stand, you know what I mean. Like I try to like stand up straight and carry myself with like not an air of like being better or anything, but just like, you know, opening up your chest and like walking around like, you know, you have nothing to be ashamed about, just like a confident stance, you know what I mean? And then yeah, I feel like that can definitely be a detriment sometimes because I can stress out like too much about the future, and then instead of thinking about or like appreciating the present, I'm just constantly thinking about like, oh, I need to be better, or like how I'm supposed to be. But then I'm a new lesson, or not a new lesson, but a constant lesson that I'm trying to teach myself is just like, it's not that important. It's like important, but it's not, because all you have to do is like kind of have faith in yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
And just like make sure you're being honest with yourself and doing things properly. Because yeah, I don't know. I feel like there was a long time where I wasn't doing things properly, but like compared to how I'm operating now, I wasn't at my highest, you know what I mean, highest point, like however long ago. But yeah, I really like the feeling of getting back into the podcast and like creating stuff and like going to perform and Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like going to perform was fun. Like, I want to keep doing that.
Me too.
You know
Me
what
too.
I mean?
Like, I'm gonna go to the Tuesday like comedy night one. That's like the first Tuesday of the month, because I've just been like, I feel like bits have been coming into my head like over and over again, just like new stuff.
Yes, I love that. Wait, I think I know what I want to do with my life now. Okay. I think it would be awesome to have like a YouTube channel where I like do things I love and have a farm and like help people and raise a bunch of money and help people. Like, you know how Mr. Beast did like the wells for those people? He like built a bunch of water wells.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. I think stuff like that is, I could definitely, like when I see that, I'm like, yeah, that's definitely something I would want to do with my life.
Mr. Beast is such a crazy example though, because he's such a successful businessman in the YouTube space. Like the way he talks about his story is like he like studied the popular YouTube videos and now he just recreates them. You know what I mean? He like knows what people want to click on. So, and he's not lying when he says it on every podcast. He gets like hundreds of millions of views, and it's all family friendly, so advertisements can get ran on it. So it's awesome that he's a good person and he's like getting money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I love that.
I feel like recently what's been popular is like people who don't deserve their fame and like popularity coming out, you know?
Like people like Ice Spice or something?
No, not people who are like scandalous, but people who are like mean to their fans. Or like who support them, you know what I mean? And whereas like, I guess you don't have to be nice to the people that support you, but I feel like it's messed up to be in a position where you get to make your livelihood off of people's support and then you don't appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Red flag.
What's your biggest red flag in a friend?
Red flag in a friend?
Yeah.
Okay, biggest red flag in a friend. Like, I don't know. Lying? I don't know. Be lying.
That's like a deal breaker for me.
Being fake. Acting. No. Biggest red flag in a friend. Okay, I got it now. So it's being fake. Like, you act like you really fuck with me. We get along super well. And then you're like, blah, 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 blah. Just talking shit. Like, acting totally different.
Yeah, whenever they're just talking right behind your back.
Biggest red flag. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, wait, yes.
I feel like the red flag is when they're talking about their other friends to you. So it's like, what do you say about me? You know what I mean?
What do you say about
me? Like, that's definitely the big red flag when they talk about their friends, you know? Okay. So have you ever had that happen before?
Where somebody's talking shit about me?
And you, like, found out?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything.
Have you ever had beef with anyone?
Have I ever? Yes. Oh, wait. This girl back in high school.
Yeah, just, like, name drop. Like, no censoring. Everybody's getting doxxed, bro. Just, like...
Wait.
Bleep that out. Bleep.
Yeah, bleep that out. So, yeah. I actually... Okay, so... To make the editing easier, I'm going to go... And then... All right. I actually have had beef with someone. Wait, it's not going out. I have had beef with someone before once. It was my senior year. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
I got in trouble. I literally did all my classes early. I hadn't been going to classes for a while. And I went to school because we were doing a senior trip for like grad venture or something. And we picked her up. Me and Nat picked her up. And she asked to, like, put her dab pen in my wallet or something. And, like, we got caught with the dab pen. But I just had the battery in my, like, wallet. I had the battery in my wallet, and she had the cart. But, like, I got in trouble for just having a battery. And they, like, threatened to... Oh, sorry. And, yeah, so I got in trouble. I couldn't go to grad venture and all that. And then they tried to say I couldn't walk. like on graduation, and I was like, what? I was like, that's ridiculous. And they made me go to these like rehab classes or something. It was terrible. And Nat got in trouble too. It was so bad. I was like, bro, fuck this bitch, bro. I was like, I honestly wanted to fight her a little bit, but I was like, it's not that deep. But once they told me I couldn't walk on graduation, I was like, okay, now it's that deep. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, other than that, I've never had beef with someone. And I got to walk on graduation, so we're all good.
I feel like your beef wasn't even just with that girl, because you had like beef with your whole like everybody who just didn't treat you right after that.
Yeah,
I feel like.
The school was always had it out for me, bro. Okeechobee High School.
I remember that year you were like, everybody's my enemy, bro. Everybody's an op in Joby.
Bro, Mr. Stewart did not fuck me, bro. He did not want me to like get away with that. Like, it was so weird.
What's your favorite drug that you've done?
My favorite drug?
Top three.
Shrooms, weed, and that's it, pretty much.
You fuck with shrooms more than weed? We'll put alcohol as number 3.
Okay, yeah. I like drinking. I like drinking. Yeah, so okay, so weed, shrooms, alcohol.
Bet.
Yeah,
Is like what? Can you give us a reason? You changed it. You changed like shrooms from number 1 to number 2.
You're right. I guess they're interchangeable for me. Because my relationship with weed is like 80-20. Well,
like,
90-10. Like 10% of me sometimes I feel guilty because I was smoking like every day multiple times a day. And I was like, oh shit. Or like hitting the pen like early on in the day. I just keep hitting the pen. And then I was just like, all right, I shouldn't. It's not good for the my noggin. I already have bad memory as it is. So I just feel like, yeah. But yeah, so I would say shrooms is above weed because I love shrooms. I've never had like a bad experience with shrooms.
Yo, it's crazy the way people talk about bad trips because I've never had a bad one either. It's always been like pretty good for me.
Me too.
And I've also never needed like a trip sitter, you know?
I've needed a trip sitter before.
Really?
Yeah, I actually had to call my friend Joey to come babysit me on my trip because I was like, I don't know, bro. It was almost like there was a lens. It was almost like I had sunglasses on that I couldn't take off. It was weird, and I was seeing the world through like a lens of like shapes and colors. And I had never been that far before. I had never been that like tripping where I was like, oh, like it was almost like little spirals. Like, I don't know, it was different. But the more I got excited and like I started dancing, I was like by myself and I was just like dancing, like feeling myself. I don't know. And then the more that was happening, the more like it felt like I was like charging up my energy or something. And like the more that was happening, the more it would like happen. And then the more I calmed down, it was like chilling. I was like, whoa.
She was hitting that Super Saiyan
like,
for real.
Whoa. I was like, is this happening? I don't know. But then I called Joe. I was like, bro, you gotta come over. I'm losing my fucking mind, bro. I was like, you have to come here. And then I calmed down and everything was fine after that. Because I think I noticed it too much and I was like, whoa. So I like shot it myself back to being normal. But yeah. Maybe we shouldn't put that in.
I feel like my favorite part about shrooms is definitely how long it lasts. Like, there's no, like, oh, I want more. It's like, oh, fuck. Like, if you take the amount that gets you, like, fucked up, you're basically like, okay, let's wait until tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's chill, you know?
Yeah.
We don't need to, like, go crazy again. If anything, smoking is definitely the move for me after, like, a fucking shroom trip. Like, give me a bong rip. Give me a bong rip during a shroom trip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's speed that shit up.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when I smoke on shrooms, I don't feel it that much. It's very like.
Whenever I smoke on shrooms, it kind of like grounds me, but it keeps me in the like connected space. You know what I mean? Where everything feels like super connected. Versus, I feel like whenever I smoke, it's more just like, we're chilling now. You know what I mean? And then there's like depending on the strain, it's like the high and whatever. But no, I feel like the smoking and the shrooms is a nice combo for me for sure. But it'd be like that. It'd be like that.
Yes.
Whenever I was like doing shrooms more, I felt like whenever I drank and smoked, like got crossed, it felt like similar to the come up of shrooms. Compared to like, yeah, doing either one alone.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting.
So like, I don't drink often, but when I do, definitely still smoking.
Hell yeah. Whenever
Holy fuck, bro. I think I just saw you like form the thought from the cloud in your head. You know what I mean? Like, you know how people have like thought bubbles?
Yeah.
In the cloud? I feel like it like went out from here. It was like dun, dun, and then like whatever happened, and then it loaded back in.
That's so funny you say that. That's so funny you say that because. Anyway, but yeah, I was gonna shout out Johnny's Produce. Well, still shouting him out. He comes through South Florida. So yeah.
Give him a location, bro. I mean, like, what's it called?
Okay, never mind, guys. Because I don't remember the phone number. I didn't take a picture. And he's just a truck that comes through town.
I'm gonna keep this in. I'm gonna keep this in. I'm gonna keep it in.
I was
you were like, yo, shout out to Johnny's Produce. I don't got your number, location, or business card, but shout out.
But he does sell some pretty nice watermelons too for $5, which is really good. But yeah, if you ever see him.
That's real. Those like roadside produce places are so Florida. I feel like you never see him anywhere else. I've been like road tripping. I feel like I just never see him.
I think the only other place I've seen is Georgia. They have like some on the side of the road, like peaches, jars of peaches and stuff like that. But yeah, other than that, Florida's definitely like that. I love that. I love it.
Yo, you know what hits different? Fucking like nectarines and peaches. I feel like out of the fruits, I feel like they're underrated.
Peaches and nectarines are underrated. My mom actually just bought some peaches a few days ago. And I had one at night, and they're so juicy. I feel like that's the part that's like, not a lot of fruits are like that, and they taste sweet and juicy.
Do you have a favorite, like, food?
Favorite food? Ooh.
When you're drunk?
When I'm drunk?
Yeah.
A favorite food when I'm drunk is definitely pizza. Has to be pizza or a burger.
Favorite place? Or is it, like, local?
Like Culver's. I love Culver's.
No, for pizza.
Oh, for pizza. Oh. My high ass wants Culver's right now. Pizza, I don't know, but it doesn't really matter the place specifically, but it's the style. It's that thin, giant ass slice that's so thin. Sometimes the cheese is kind of drooping off, but it's just like really thin. And I kind of like it over oily, if that makes sense. I kind of like it a little greasy.
So, yeah, I was about to say, you mean just greasy? Like over oily is like the Starbucks way of saying grease that shit up, bitch. God. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry.
No, but like, yeah.
I don't know why I'm talking like this.
While we were at that party house, I ordered pizza on, I think it was like the last night, and it got to the house. And when I tell you that shit was like fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles melty in my fucking mouth, like it was so like I like my pizza like that, where it's like oh my god, it's like lava goop that's like not burning my mouth, but almost is, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's like heaven.
Yes.
It's almost like I'm pouring like liquid cheese into my off that motherfucking pizza.
Yes, that's how I like my pizza too.
You can't go wrong with that Papa John's garlic butter, bro. That shit goes so hard.
I like Papa John's. I've been getting Pizza Hut buffalo chicken pizza, and it comes with like banana peppers on, I think. And then Wawa pizza. My boyfriend Ethan really likes Wawa pizza, and I was sleeping on it. I was like, Wawa food? No way.
Yeah, Wawa food goes so... I don't know about the pizza, but the food goes so hard.
The food is so good. I was so humbled. I was like, this is amazing.
Honestly, the burger's not even too bad.
I haven't had the burger yet.
It's not too bad.
I haven't had the burger. I've had like a lot of things. I've had a wrap. Oh my gosh, they have these sandwiches on
Yeah, those sandwiches
ciabatta
slap.
bread. The
The
buffalo
ciabatta
chicken
bread.
ciabatta bread sandwich from Wawa. Oh, what doesn't disappoint, I promise you. Even if you get a different style, just the ciabatta bread. You should get it.
So that bread hits?
Yeah, it's really good. And the wraps are good from there. I've had a lot of stuff from Wawa. Ooh, actually, wait. The best thing I've ever had from Wawa is their strawberry protein smoothie. Or shake. Strawberry protein shake. Super good.
Yo, have you ever been to Smoothie King?
Yes.
They have some crazy protein smoothies.
Ooh, strawberry Hulk.
And it's like hella grams of protein, and it still tastes good. It's like, damn, this shit's like fucking 78 grams of protein in this tiny ass fucking cup.
Yes,
But nah, they definitely, I feel like they're one of the only quote unquote fast food chains that has like actual healthy options. You know what I mean? Because they have shit that's like, yeah, like zero sugar, like high protein, low calorie, and it's like still tastes good. So it's amazing to have that option, I feel like.
I
Super
did not know
underrated.
That. I did not know that about Smoothie King. I've only been there like a couple times.
Smoothie King's like one of my top rated places now because I can always go there. It's never around here, so I only get it on occasion, but it's definitely one of my top 3 fast food chains.
Hell
for sure.
Yeah. What's your top 3? What's the rest?
3 is probably Smoothie King because there's no food there, but like number one, Wendy's goes so hard, bro. Wendy's
is good.
And then Popeyes, bro.
Popeyes is a banger.
Popeyes goes so hard. Like, I feel like it's the undetected banger. Like, nobody talks about Popeyes anymore. You know what I mean?
Facts.
They're all like McDonald's, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Taco Bell. Bro, yeah. Popeyes.
Never misses.
Or even like Chipotle.
Ooh, I like Chipotle. I like Chick-fil-A too. I do. I like Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is pretty fire, actually.
I love Culver's, as you guys already know.
I feel like we're like Culver's fast food fucking connoisseurs just because we lived in Okeechobee.
Facts.
In our hometown, there's like our basically like main attraction is the main strip of town where you have every single fast food chain you could imagine.
Yeah. That's so true.
Like Popeyes, KFC, fucking McDonald's, Zaxby's.
They're getting a new one.
That's fucking
They're building
crazy.
a new one called Slim Chickens.
Slim Chickens.
Yep. Because we need another fast food place.
I'm dead as fuck.
But yeah, honestly, Zaxby's is underrated. Actually, they are kind of.
I feel like they're correctly rated.
Yeah, they're correct. Yeah, I was like,
I feel like
they're
correctly.
Yeah.
You know? Like we go to Zaxby's when we really fucking want chicken. You know what I mean? Because, like, honestly, no. I wish I started going to Popeyes more. Because, low-key, that blackened chicken combo hits. It hits.
And the fries are really good. The fries at Popeyes are probably my favorite out of all the fast food restaurants. And then Chick-fil-A waffle fries after that. But the Popeyes fries are...
Yo, they do hit. And the nuggets, too. I remember the last time I went with you got nuggets, and I was like, why are these, like, flaky so and, like, good. Juicy right now?
Yeah, they're juicy. They're not, like, your usual chicken nuggets, bro. They're not all breading and barely any meat. They are good, juicy meat in these Popeyes chicken nuggets.
Dog, that shit was tender as fuck, too. It was, like...
So good.
Like the way, like, fish is tender when it's freshly cooked. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it doesn't look... fake and like, you know what I mean? You can see the, little lines. But yeah.
Do you have like a favorite, if you had to choose, right, between meat only, fruit only, and vegetables only for the rest of your life, what would you pick?
Wait, hold on. Meat only,
fruit only, and then vegetables only. Like these 3 options. And then like carbs only.
Okay. Ooh, okay, so vegetables is out already. It's either got to be
Vegetables is out already. I'm dead.
It's either got to be meat only, fruit only, carbs only. I would die. Right? Would I die?
I don't think you die.
Potatoes, actually. Potatoes, you can do so much.
Yeah, you can make some shit work with potatoes.
Honestly. Hold on, let's think this through, because as much as I
Well,
want...
like, okay, vegetables and, like, fruits are carbs, but I'm saying, like, grains and shit. Like noodles and breads and fucking... Yeah. No, I'm gonna put potato and fucking vegetable in that one.
Dang.
But, like, rice, pasta...
Dang.
I feel like pasta's your vibe.
Right? But can I have sauce? Or is that technically vegetable? I can only make sauce with the carbs. I could have like shredded.
You could have like cheese. I feel like
cheese. Okay.
Yeah, because you're like excluding vegetables, but I feel like the other stuff is valid, like butter and cheese. So you could do like Parmesan.
Okay.
All day, every day.
Because I'm
not Parmesan. I mean Alfredo. Because it's just Parmesan and butter.
Cheese, yeah. Okay. Dang, this is a tough one.
Because I'll let you have cheese with all three. You know what I mean? Cheese and broccoli, cheese and meat.
Okay, so cheese comes with all of them. Damn, the only one that's not helpful for is the fruit.
Cheese and grapes.
Ooh, you're right. I mean,
cheese really.
Cheese and grapes.
People really fuck with cheese. Like if you think about that, like those all come from like different cultures. You know what I mean? Like cheese is just kind of like the shit.
I love cheese. I do.
I like to think about back in the day when they were like traversing far lands for like cheese. You know what I mean? They're like, I'm in search of good food. Because they did that shit for like salt.
Really?
And, like,
that's
pepper.
crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
my gosh.
The like spice trades, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yo, isn't that crazy that we can go to the store and buy, like, there was really a time where if you wanted pepper and salt, voyage time.
Like,
time for a voyage. Like, guys, remember in Rapunzel? If you've ever seen the movie Rapunzel, she, like, wants to paint. That's, like, her hobby, right? Everybody hates on Mother Gothel because she was a manipulator. I get it. She was. But, damn, she was going and voyaging for these paints. I forget. I'm like, dang, she couldn't just, like, go get them. She had to go on, like, week trip to get the shells to paint. I was like, what?
But was she going that far? Right.
You're right.
Because
she was
Rapunzel,
evil.
Like make it to town relatively easy.
Wait, you're right. Yeah, Mother Gothel's evil, guy. I mean, Mother Gothel's evil. Fuck. Mother Gothel. Fuck.
Fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah. Cut out the part where I said she's cool. She's always been a hoe.
No, I feel like those OG Disney stories are so like. Even though in the moment when you're watching them, it's like, oh, yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? This is like a cliche like lesson.
Mm-hmm.
In real life, I feel like people who haven't learned these lessons are like, bro, come on. You don't know, like, not to betray your friend, or like, you know what I mean? Or like, not to lie, or like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like with Aladdin, you know what I mean? It's really a really interesting message for me personally because it's like, one of them is like you can find the good in someone who's like a diamond in the rough, you know, where I feel like at least for me whenever I'm navigating making new relationships or new friends, like the outward appearance of how I am and like my stature in society really affects like how much people like or how people receive me, you know what I mean? Whereas sometimes it'd be like when I'm at work I have no issue with it, you know what I mean? But like I can tell other people look at me and they're like, you work at Walmart, you know what I mean? And then like
wait, what do you mean?
Like
some people look at you or
not looked at me, it's like the way they talk or like the way they treat me. It's super like second class, like hey bud, you know?
Like don't talk to me like
yeah, you know
not
what I
a
mean?
person.
That's why yesterday, whenever I was like, that girl spoke to me. I wish I fucking knew her name or like any other way to describe her other than like the 6'2" girl who like talked to me at work.
Yeah.
But like, she was just so nice and humble, and it like didn't come off at all like you're working here. Like, you have to answer to me. You know what I mean? Which was why I was like, oh, this person's different. So whether it's like as someone I'd want to date or as a friendship, I definitely want to pursue that. I feel like that's a green flag for me. Is whenever you're like, you're able to not see the like lens. Whenever your like world lens isn't affected by like how people look or like what they're doing.
Like you just treat everybody the same regardless of what they look like. Like that's not in your, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like I really respect people like that.
Me too.
But it's super...
it's rare. It's kind of rare, though.
It's rare, but it's also like people preach it but don't practice it. You know what I mean? They're like, don't do this, but they're like, I do this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Facts.
Because like here it's a lot of... and this just might be my like inner self-talk being projected onto other people, because of course I can't read minds, you know what I mean? It's just like I can't tell if I'm tripping sometimes, so I voice this out. And I feel like other people who are in my position have like related to this, is that a lot of the people who live here are like able to live middle class lives without any work, I guess, you know what I mean, because their parents or a family, which is fine, like like you should definitely care for your family as much as you can, but I think these kids who kind of had it like not like made for them, but basically made for them, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
they're pretty common around here, so that's why I talk about it a lot. But I guess takes me off, is whenever they view themselves like almost like higher, you know what I mean, compared to almost anyone, just because like they're in a better position. That can be like, even like I had like this racist family like basically patronize me at work. Yeah,
what?
And like they were like yelling ching chong at me and shit, and I was like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, it was
Tell
fucked
me
up.
this story.
It
You
was
have not
like,
told me this.
I'll tell you for sure.
Wait.
But no, it just like, it's the way these people, not these people, but like the people around me can have these like large effects, I guess, that make me view those kids that way. You know what I mean? Where it's like, if it's not, I guess like to get to the point, I'll probably cut to this, but it's like, if it's not them viewing me as like someone who has to work, you know what I mean? And being like, oh, he has to, which is crazy. You know what I mean? Like having a job, I feel like is normal. You know what I mean? Especially at our age. But like for you to look down on someone who has to work for what they have, which I think is cool. I've come to the not realization, but like in my inner acceptance, I'm like, I like that I work for my own stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm not just like fucking off and like asking for money. You know what I mean? From my family. And then, but if it's not that, it's like, I can't break the barrier of like xenophobia with being Asian here. You know what I mean? Because there's just not enough of us. So it's like I'm the only one in the room that's Asian, which is like me trying to understand how like they're coming at it. You know what I mean? Where it's like, yeah, of course they're gonna look at me. They're gonna like stare or like whatever else, like make comments to their family like, oh my god, like it's a fucking Asian guy. Like I hear it in Spanish a lot. Like Spanish families, whenever they come to where I work, they'll like stop and then like talk to each other and be like, El Chino, like, you know what I mean? And I can tell you're saying like Chinese in fucking Spanish, but either way,
and you have to like go about your day and like hear this right now while you're working. You know what I mean? It's just like,
And then my inner monologue is like, oh, fucking, I can't, like, I'm like an angry person, which is not okay to, like, just be like, I'm angry and then be angry. I'm working on it, you know what I mean? But just naturally, like, when something ticks me off, it's on, like, to give you a visualization,
Visualization.
It's like a spark, like a big spark, and then like it's almost like a small fire starts in my chest, you know what I mean? And then like the more I think about it, it's almost like I blow wind on the fire and it like gets stronger, you know what I mean? And then like the more I think about it, the more it festers up.
Yeah.
And like what I'm working on is just not thinking about it, but that really came into play this yesterday whenever this family was like shopping in the freezer section, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
what
like
happened?
This mom, 3 little girls, and like a dad with a like baby and is like he's carrying it, right? So this mom probably like really stressed out from having 4 kids, you know what I mean? But she's like shopping in the freezer section and her kid is like, I don't know if she's like trying to make her sisters laugh or like just trying to piss me off, but she's just like staring at me and just like yelling like ching chong, just like over and over again, which is like at the end of the day in my head I'm like, this is a super childish thing, like it's literally a child, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna like stoop down to this child's level, you know what I mean, and like fucking like say anything really. I'm just gonna like go about my day and like hope the mom says something, you know what I mean? By the way, she's not. It's like a solid 5 minute, like I'm like listening to this song like trying to like just like let it go by, you know what I mean, like this fucking white fuck, and I'm like staring at like I can look pretty mean. I can like have a mean stare. So I'm like trying to like ice down the little kid with my eyes. You know what I mean? And she's just like smiling even harder, like knowing that I'm like noticing it. You know what I mean?
She's smiling?
And like she's saying it more and like staring at me. I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God.
The mom's not saying anything?
No, she's like, the mom's trying to get the shopping done. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So
I
like
thought you said the mom was smiling even more. I was like,
no,
what?
it's this like child that's like doing it and like saying it and like staring at me.
Yeah, oh my god.
And I'm just like in my head I'm like, it's a child, it's whatever.
Okay, so it's a child, okay.
But I'm like, oh, why isn't the mom saying anything? That's like at the end of the day I'm like, after the first time you hear like your child say ching chong and then like you see like a fucking tall ass Asian guy around you, like why not just like say something immediately?
Yeah, like you need to tell your child like, hey, we don't say that, you know what I mean? Or like,
but then like
something
then like
anything.
So she like leaves the aisle that I'm in, right? And then she ends up spinning back because she forgot something, and I'm like, she basically has to I'm like basically blocking the whole thing, so she has to, this adult has to like look at me in the eye and be like, excuse me. And I'm not looking nice right now. I'm looking like I could really kill someone, you know what I mean? Because I'm working on my anger issues, you know? I'm not saying anything, but like my eyes, I just can't control it, you know what I mean? I'm just like, and she sees how like angry I am, and is like trying to get past me, and she's like, excuse me, and I don't respond because I'm like, if you think we're like on the level of manners right now, you could ask your kid to shut the fuck up. Like even now your kid's saying like ting tong as you're trying to get past me, you know what I mean? So I'm like, you're really trying to say excuse me while you have that little like shithead right there, actively like still being racist,
still saying that,
and I'm like, she passes me, and I can see in her face that she's like, oh, I'm fucking up here, you know what I mean? And then
you're fucking up here. Yeah. It shouldn't have took that long for you to realize.
It got me mad, and then like, what's it called? She passes me, and she's like, Brittany, you're grounded. And I'm like, well, I had this this internal dispute, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, she's grounded. But then I'm like, I should just not care, you know what I mean? Like the better because like the first angry thought that I'm not proud of, you know what I mean, but it's just like something that happens is like, how can I fucking fuck up these white people's day? You know what I mean? But then I'm like, nah, then I'm like the same as them, you know what I mean? Like, even if I somehow was like, cracker, you know what I mean? Like, that's like stooping so low, you know what I mean? So I didn't say anything like that. It's just like these thoughts that flash through my head that I'm immediately like, nah, man. You know what I mean? Like, just like flashing through shameful thoughts. And then I'm like, you know what? The best revenge is to literally fucking forget about them. You know what I mean? Like, erase them from existence. Get people to laugh from the story if I can. You know what I mean? And then literally forget about them because, like, they're lower than dogs. You know what I mean? I'm just like, yo.
And you already know that she said you're grounded after the interaction because she had to face like, you. She wasn't going to do anything before. she's literally trying to get her groceries done. Oh, you're grounded. You know what I mean? That was not sincere. But
like, bro, and in my
mind,
I'm
being
like,
judgmental.
Like, for real, in my mind, I'm like, this is a kid who is in grade school now. So I feel bad for the Asian kids around here in grade school who have to go through that. Because it's like, I thought Ching Chong, whatever the fuck else Asian racial slurs you could learn were like locked behind like closed doors. You know what I mean?
I thought these were days of
like, I don't see that shit on TV or like the internet or anywhere. So for it to be like breeding in the house like that, it obviously, like, you're not really going to ground your child for being racist. You know what I mean? At worst, you're going to be like, don't do that. And then, you know? So that's like further embedding in my mind, like how many, on top of like just random people calling me Chinese all the time living here, instead of saying Asian. You know what I mean? It's just, all you got to do is change the word. And like, this one guy was like, in my store, he was like, man, I don't really like calling you, I know racist people call you guys Chinese, so I call you guys Orientals. And I was like, dude, all you got to say is Asian. Like, I get that you're like working with Oriental, but his example was like, you know, not all Spanish people are Mexican, or like, you know what I mean?
Not
but
Mexican
it's like all Asian people are Asian. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, you could be like I understand that Hispanic and like Spanish and then fucking Latino and Latina is hard, but like, what's up with this like extra, I'm sorry, I'm just ranting.
No,
like,
I
just feel like there's this fucking extra like difficulty when it comes to Asian people where it's like, no, man, gotta fuck with them. Gotta fuck with them.
Damn, I hate that you have to go through that.
I feel like I hate that it feels like I can't complain about it because I'm not black. You know what I mean? Like, I can't be like, people are racist towards me. You know what I mean? Because it's not like, I mean, living here, like every day people act weird towards me. But like in my regular everyday life, nobody's going to be like, oh, you're black. You know what I mean? Or like, whatever. Or you're Asian, you know? But like, it definitely builds up over time to where it's like, oh my fucking, it makes me have this like, this deep embedded thought that like, I have to really make sure that this white person isn't racist. Yeah. Or even this black person isn't racist. Or even like whoever. Because it's like, since like the black racism thing is such a big thing in America, I feel like Asian racism gets put to the wayside. So like me getting called Chinese in like a group setting, like I'd have to let that pass. You know what I mean? I couldn't be like, hey man, you just said the N-word. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be the same. I feel like I couldn't like make a scene and be like, yo bro, don't fucking say that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's just like, people would be like, you're close enough. You know what I mean? Or at least in my mind.
I feel like you can say that. Just be like, hey, I'm Asian. Nah, I'd be like, nah, I'm Asian. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Maybe you feel like you're being too much because you might just feel like you're being extra. But I think that's like fair. If that's not your race and he's calling you that, there's no problem correcting him, you know?
Real. Yeah, I think I think I would just come at it like super defensively, because that phrase is like, I guess it'd be different because people were like, are you Korean? And if you come off like that one first, I'm like, all right, at least you know there's like other countries, you know what I mean, other than China. But I feel like growing up in Florida, yeah, especially growing up in Okeechobee, I remember talking to people and they'd be like, there's other places than China. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In Asia. Like they think it's like
they don't know.
one
like
and the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of when we were younger, people in Okeechobee literally didn't know the difference. Like they associated like, oh, Chinese as like, oh, Asian.
Yeah.
And then as you get older, you kind of learn that that's like not the same. I mean, most people. So
I feel like, I guess,
we're supposed to learn that.
Yeah.
It should be like basic knowledge taught in school. So
I feel like I'm learning that most people don't know that.
yeah.
So it's like,
it's kind of crazy how many people don't know that.
It's this changing of expectations from like when I'm with my friends to like when I'm with strangers, which I don't want to have because it makes me have this harder outlook where I'm like, you think I'm Chinese.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's really not that deep.
Okay, bet. All right. Oh, shit.
But no, yeah, man. Fuck racism.
Fuck racism. We're all just eggies.
We're all just eggs.
We're all just eggies. Yeah, my mom has eggs from the school that they have a couple chickens and they lay eggs and sell them to like, whoever wants them. So my mom buys them and they're so cute. I open them up and they're like brown, white. Some of them are blue too. So it's just cool to see all the different little egg shades. That's how I think of us humans. Like, why can't we all think of it like that?
We're all just different little eggs.
Little eggs. We all just zoomed out. I mean, I know it's not that easy because of how people get treated and different locations when people don't care or aren't respectful. Obviously, it's easier than said than done, like raw eggs. But yeah,
I feel like a lot of things that are really important in our life are difficult but simple. You know what I mean?
Yes, difficult but simple.
Like you were talking about the way people get treated makes things harder in the way of like equality and like everybody being accepted. And that like I feel like that applies to what we were talking about earlier this week, which we were talking about Gaza and like how fucked up it is that like everything's going on over there. And I look at that and then I look at America and the state of affairs in the rest of the world, and then like makes me feel grateful, not that they're going through that, but that I'm able to like at least in this present moment have a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because it's not guaranteed, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
And that's not to say I like don't think about the people suffering in Gaza. I think it's really terrible. You know what I mean? What's going on? I think it's just better to not make it like my life focus and to contribute where I can, but not like, you know, make it my life's goal.
Exactly. Like as guilty as I feel about what's going on right now and the fact that I can't physically like do anything about it other than spread awareness and donate, you know, instead of being so caught up in the violent stuff that's going on and let it, because I like get sad. I've seen these videos and stuff, but instead of letting that like become my headspace, I feel like it's better for us to just, I feel like it's more of a reason for us to just keep on trying our best every day to do whatever we're like putting our mind to, just for like causes like that. It's almost like a inspiration, like, you know.
Yeah, like it inspires me to kind of seize the day too, like knowing that
there's a lot of
I
shit
have a day
going on.
to seize, you know.
There's a lot of shit going on right now, so I'm thankful to even have the ability to wake up and be like, all right, let's get it, you know.
Yeah, I feel like comparison is a tool, and it can either be like the thief of joy or like the giver of inspiration. You know what I mean?
Ooh, That was good right there.
I'm spinning. I podcast.
Nah, because I definitely get what you're saying. It can be, yeah, like you can compare yourself in a good way, or you can like see where you're at, and it helps you, like, you know.
I feel like that's what I've been coming to accept more, is that like sometimes, or not even sometimes, a lot of the times, like the world is gray and things aren't good or bad. It's just like a tool. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like there are a few times, and they do exist, whenever the right and wrong answer present themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
Like, it's like 100% wrong that what's going on over there in Gaza and Israel. But I could never be like, this is correct because, you know what I mean?
Yeah. At the end of the day, like, people are literally suffering and living in fear every day. But yeah.
And I think the only, like, and this is from like a grander sense, but it also contributes to like the gratefulness, is like with the randomness of the universe, like war's not new, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we said, like simple stuff, or a lot of the important problems are simple but difficult, and like getting rid of war is like simple but difficult, you know what I mean? It's like, just don't do it. But like,
it's so inevitable,
especially with the people who have control over those things. I feel like it's super out of the common person's control, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And like, I feel like among the younger, not the younger generation, but just like the voting population in America, there's like this energy of like, we need new leaders, you know what I mean? But it's almost like we don't have enough people popping out of the crop to like be like, oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, yeah, it's just other people who are waiting for their shot to make big money on war, you know?
Facts.
Because if you think about it, the reason why, like, one of the reasons why our economy is like doing pretty bad in terms of currently and like inflation and stuff is that we're not like reaping as much of a benefit off the war machine that is like the American like war system. You know what I mean? Where like we sell guns, we do like, you know what I mean? Because like it's been happening since we were kids.
Wait,
like,
I didn't know that.
Like since before we were kids. You know what no one says about 9/11? We were asking for it. We were fucking with them, like the people in the Middle East. We were just like in their country, basically making money off the war machine. You know what I mean? No social media at the time, so like they're just suffering, and then we're just making money. And then of course, like some people who could make it out of there, they're gonna try and like leave a mark on America, you know?
Dang.
So even if you like if you read the letter from, I think it was like Osama bin Laden, it almost like humanizes him, you know what I mean? Like, we've kind of been fed a lot of US rhetoric and propaganda, even though we don't know it, because he's basically saying like, what did you think was gonna happen if you kept fucking with my country? You know what I mean? Like, if not me, someone else. And it sounds pretty fucking crazy whenever it's like a terrorist enemy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because whenever it's someone we've been fucking with, and they're like, you've been fucking with me for so long, I need to do something. You know what I mean? Like, my country is dying. Like, no matter, like, I'm not defending or like being a supporter of whatever, but saying those facts and like knowing that it's true, it almost like just lets me know that there's like always a bigger story. You know what I mean? And like it'll probably come out like years later.
Because obviously, if like we're not gonna get that information being on and living in the U.S. If there was something going on like that, or you said it is, like that's not the headlines of our news. You know what I mean?
Right.
The headlines of our news is like terrorist country attacked us. So yeah, I don't know the story. I've never looked into it, but that's crazy.
And even like,
I mean, I know the story, obviously, but not like the deep history. I also heard it was like planned and stuff like that, like crazy conspiracy videos. I've heard that 9/11 was like planned and set up on purpose and stuff, or obviously it was, but like, yeah, cut.
cut.
There for your editing.
But no, I feel like with Fox News and CNN, I feel like those are two super popular things in America that, like, networks in America that are just made to, like, split people apart.
Mm.
And then the way they split people apart is, like, through headlines, like, that are different. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they're literally, like, creating distractions and misinformation for us so that we're not like, yeah, man, war is bad. Let's stop that.
Yeah, or now we're all fighting and on different sides.
Right. And, like, some people think war is necessary, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being able to just talk things out.
You know what's crazy? There was, like, a video about monkeys or something, and all the monkeys were in a group, in a room, and there was, like, a banana at the top or something, and they would get hit every time they went to go eat the banana. So then they put new monkeys in there, and all the monkeys stopped trying to get the banana, right? I mean, okay. Sorry, let me go back. Let me restart.
Yeah, better restart.
Okay, so there's a room full of monkeys and a banana at the top, right? And every time they go to grab the banana, they get, like, shocked or something, right? They get hit down, right? And it's like that for a couple of days or however long, right? Then they switch out a couple of the monkeys, and the new monkeys go to, like, hit the banana or go to get the banana, and they get hit, right? So then an entirely new group of monkeys are, like, in there. None of them know why, but, like, none of them are allowed to hit the banana, and they're literally just doing it because it's the people before, or the monkeys before them, that taught them that. So then it just becomes a thing for an unbreaking chain of, like, we don't even know why we're doing this. And I feel like that can so correlate to, like, that kind of stuff, you know? I
feel
heard,
like that's superhuman.
yeah, that's
like, that's a really human type of thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to just do it because everybody else is doing it.
Yeah, the majority's doing it.
Don't follow the crowd.
Yeah, don't follow the crowd.
They're lost as
Because the
fuck.
monkeys really could have just got the banana after the humans left, but none of them knew, you know what I mean?
Right. I feel like that's you can definitely take, like, a couple lessons out of that, where it's like, don't be afraid even if everybody else is, and then yeah, just don't follow the crowd. They're so lost, you know what I mean? Like, they don't even know what they're doing, so why even follow them, you know?
Exactly.
You only get shocked if you get shocked.
Exactly. And getting shocked, not that bad, not that bad.
Too bad. You can still grab the banana if you fucking try hard enough.
But yeah, I feel like there's so much stuff on my social media for a couple months that was like, everything in the world is made to, like, divide us, like Republican, Democratic parties, and now we're all, like, against each other. So there's no way we could think of, like, world peace and all kind of stuff like that because we're too busy fighting. We don't even know why. It's just because it's always been like that, you know?
I feel like people make those things because it benefits them, because people like watching stuff, and the more stuff you have to watch and the more, like, motivation you can give them to watch. For example, like, arguing with someone, being like, I gotta get on TV and be correct. You know what I mean? Like, that's definitely, I feel like, one of the reasons why some people watch the news. And then, yeah, I feel like one of the things that's bringing people together, though, is, like, social media for sure. Like trends and stuff is almost like a signifier that we have, not like one brain, you know what I mean? But it's almost like we're more connected than we were before.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So the the opinion that's like shared between us can be shared, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're like a lot more aware of how our generation is thinking, I guess, compared to other generations.
Facts. I feel like that's what my intention is with like a singing YouTube channel. It's just like spread good vibes and create a good community.
The goal of my YouTube channel is to just make...
Express myself. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm still like fried. Isn't that crazy? Okay, keep going.
That's fucking dope because we still have that blizzy skizzy.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, keep going though, real quick.
Oh, fuck. No, the point of my YouTube channel is to kind of just like find out what I like to make. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, because I know I like making stuff. Like, I like editing and recording this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I want to get back into vlogs and stuff.
Bet.
You know what I want?
Vlog right now.
A cameraman. I want someone to like, because I feel like it's so awkward being like, you know what I mean?
Time, yeah.
But having someone who's like invested in making sure the angle's like fire, kind of fire. So, you know, if I know anybody that's interested in that shit, I'll fucking pay you.
Hey.
Follow me around. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're hitting like an hour.
Let's eat.
You wanna plug anything?
Plug anything?
Like your socials?
Oh yes. Okay, guys. My YouTube channel is at Raquel C. Todd. And then my TikTok is Raquel is Random if you'd like to follow. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll put all that shit in the description.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for having me. I'm sorry I was so high and nonverbal, guys. I'm usually a lot more talkative and make a little bit more sense. I feel like I was a little bit rocky, but hey, first pod.
First pod.